Hello and welcome to episode 1 of the Fee and Drew Show. 1 marriage, 2 children, 1 dead dog. How you going?
I'm sad about the dead dog.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's a sad thing. How long's it been?
3 months.
3 months.
I miss him
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Harry was his name.
Harry was a beautiful
For those
dog.
people that don't know.
Anyway, the show's not about dead animals.
No.
No.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. Who knows where
We'll
we're
find out,
going?
won't we?
We'll find out.
First up, I'd like to thank DJ Lachlan in the house for our intro title. How good was that? Anyway. and our lovely 14-year-old Oliver for setting up our tech.
Eldest son.
Yes.
Yes.
He saw that the fact that we were going to buy a bit of tech, and he jumped in headlong. He doesn't mind a bit of tech.
Oh yeah, he's very excited.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. What's the show about?
Well, I don't really know because you were the one that decided we were going to do the podcast. So I'm going to turn that over to you, Hunty, so you can tell us what this show is going to be about.
All right. What I think the show is about is it's meant to be in the title. 1 marriage, 2 children, 1 dead dog. We're the average family with the 2.7 children and
See, 0.7 I've got an issue with.
Yeah, well, that's why we didn't have the 0.7 because there was too much. Brick veneer, doing the do, and sometimes getting a little bit lost in all of that and forgetting they're actually just 2 cool cats, 2 dreamers that used to hang out and have some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And now we want to do that. We want to hang out and have some fun some more.
Bring back a little bit of fun. Maybe if you're out there and you're feeling you're missing a bit of fun and because you're getting drugged down in the whole family thing, well, I don't know.
Maybe listen to us prattle on.
Yeah. And
then that might make you feel better.
and tell you exactly how to do it because we know everything. We're experts in everything. Yeah. All right.
Maybe we should put a waiver and say, please don't do anything that we do because we are not experts at all.
The opinions expressed in the show are those of
purely
us.
ours.
Yeah, so they could be absolute rubbish.
Yes.
To that end, in the show today, what are we going to cover?
Well, you're first.
Oh, I am first.
There you
We're
go.
going to do a quick
You're stuffed up.
We're going to do a quick intro to who we are right now. Then what are we going to do?
We're going to take a walk down memory lane and let you know about our first 10 years of life.
There we go. Then we're going to explore Fee's thought bubble. Ooh, could be a mess in there.
Yep, it could be, thanks. And then we're going to do Hunty's dinner table life lesson.
I think that's even messier in there.
I think we'll all fall asleep with that one.
All right, then we're going to have a hot topic of the week where we're going to delve into some very, very important subjects. We're going to get your feedback, get you to feedback what your thoughts are on those.
And then we're going to have Partner's Request Corner. I like this one.
Yeah, I'm a little scared
It's
of that one.
very good.
And then we're going to finally round out with a G2 round out.
Woo! These are called shuckers, apparently. Didn't know that.
All right, so where are we now in our lives? Who are we?
Who are we? We are
Married?
two parents.
How long have we been married?
Well, you tell, because just before when we were practicing, you said 18 years, and I said, well, it's actually 18 years together, but 15 years married.
15 years married.
So, yes.
Got together 3 years before that, had a kiss on a dance floor. What a night that was. But we'll talk about that more in a couple of episodes' time.
And then we've got 2 children, as we mentioned before.
Boys.
2 boys, and the thumbs were up when we found out from Drew about that, but we'll tell you about that one too. That's crazy.
Bought our first house a year ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very lucky, as everyone keeps telling us, that we just got into the market. So we do realise how privileged we are with the fact that we could do that, which was amazing. So we're very lucky.
Married, 2 kids.
And then we did have a beautiful Labrador, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, called Harry. But unfortunately, we lost Harry 3 months ago very suddenly, and it was a big shock to the family. We were very upset about it.
Yeah, we didn't lose him. We didn't just misplace him down the street.
Oh, well, he died.
He died, yeah.
Well, we got him put down.
Yeah, we did.
The green injection, which
Anyway.
we'd been threatening him with for years, but we had.
Yes.
But yeah, we finally had to do it, which is very sad. So we shouldn't laugh about it for all you pet lovers out there.
This isn't a show about dead pets. That's it. That's us. That's where we're at.
Us.
What do we do for jobs? We're
Medical reps.
Pharmaceutical reps. That's
Yep.
what we're doing.
Yep.
Anyway, all right.
And we don't really talk much about that because it's a bit boring. Really?
Yeah, it is a little bit. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about something that's a bit more exciting. Our first 10 years. I'll go.
You go first.
All right.
Tell us all about you.
Way back when, in 1973, I was born in St Andrew's Hospital. That's not why I'm called Andrew. I don't think they looked up at the sign and went, well, let's call him Andrew.
Well, they didn't, because they would have called you Saint Andrew.
So they would have called me Saint.
Yeah, and that could have been very, very interesting, because I know you like to think sometimes you're quite saintly, but yeah.
I'm trying to think, what's the worst hospital you could be born in if you just looked up at the sign and went, we'll call you that?
Ooh, that's good.
The Mater.
The Mater?
Mater. Hey, Mater.
Hey,
What,
Mater.
maybe
Well,
that's
Mater's-
why. Maybe that's Mater's name, because he was born in the Mater Hospital.
But it could be. But
I was born in Victoria to two immigrant parents. My mother, Dagmara Valdmana, she came to at 6 years of age, and from Latvia. And my father, John Griffith, born in Wales, came out to Australia about the same time, 6 years of age. It was a beautiful home, very privileged home actually, full of love. Didn't want for anything. Rugby, that was my thing. Oh, loved my rugby.
still is.
Still is.
Still love. Well, no, as in you still love rugby. And he yells at the television a lot when rugby's on, actually. And we're talking rugby union for all those leaguey supporters out there. We do like a bit of league as well, but we're talking union.
So that was basics. What about you?
So, I was born in a hospital somewhere in Melbourne, and I don't know where because I'm adopted. So...
Do you not know the hospital?
No,
it's not that-
I don't think it's
not
even
that
down.
interesting, is it?
Actually, I think I did find out about the hospital one day, but I don't think it exists anymore. I don't think it was Royal Women's or something. Anyway, so I was adopted, but I was adopted by two awesome parents who are my mum and dad. And we grew up in a very privileged life as well, and had I've got a brother and a sister. I've got a good family. He forgot to mention his brother.
I've got a brother.
Yeah.
He's lovely. I didn't not mention him because I don't like him. Hey, Joe. Yeah.
So we grew up in really nice home as well, and mum and dad worked, and they put us through school and did all that sort of stuff. And dad, my thing as I was growing up was horse riding, and as my lovely husband here likes to say, did your daddy buy you ponies?
I was about to say.
And that's the voice he says.
Did your daddy buy you a pony?
See, that's the voice he
No,
does
it just
all the
made me
time.
think when you
and I'm
said you
just
were
like,
born in a privileged home. I was just, did you have a pony?
yes, I had two actually. And I realised I was lucky. But it was what we did, it was how we grew up. So it was very good. Yeah, it was nice. So, yeah.
First 10 years takes you up to grade 5. What was going on in grade 5? What were you listening to?
Oh, listening to?
Yeah, can you remember?
Oh,
what was your
what's
first
that?
album? Did you buy your first album by grade 5?
Well, I really liked Boy George.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I loved Boy George. And I loved Wham. And I loved... Oh, my sister was obsessed with the Bros brothers. Is that what they're called?
Yeah,
Bros?
yeah, Bros. Yeah.
And then I met them.
You did not.
I met them later on down the track.
That's in another episode.
In another episode.
We're
There's
0
so
to
many
10.
episodes. It's really cool. Anyway, and I liked... No, that's about it, I reckon. I don't know. I can't remember a lot. Billy Idol was my first album that I ever bought. Oh, yeah. Sweet 16. Went to his concert. He whacked my hand. But that's another story.
So did you have that album at 10 years of age, or that was later?
No, later.
But that was your first
album. I know,
album.
I've jumped ahead already.
I think I bought my first album. I did, because I was born in 73, and my first album in 1982 was 1982 Out of the Blue, one of those compilation albums. Cost me $9. Took me 9 weeks to get it. Get $1 a week for pocket money. Yeah, that was my first album.
But what's Out of the Blue? I don't even remember that song.
No, that was the album name. But it had, I don't know. Do you know what else? I admitted this to you the other day. I bought the Chipmunk Punk album.
I can't believe you
Neither
did
can
that.
I. It's horrific.
It's horrendous.
Horrible.
I don't think I ever bought anything that bad.
Yeah, it was really bad. I'm embarrassed about that.
Yeah.
This is like therapy for me.
Therapy for me as well, finding out more about my husband.
I'm sorry.
Maybe it'll end up being one marriage, maybe one divorce, 2 kids. After hearing that sort of comment.
My apologies to you. My apologies to the world for buying the Chipmunk Punk album. First movie, do you remember that?
Oh. E.T.
E.T.
Oh, that's why I went like that, because I remember going to the Belgrave cinemas.
I was in Ball. I went to the Baldwin cinemas with my grandmother.
The Belgrave cinemas, yep, with my mum, and we all sat there and bawled our eyes out.
No, I had to sit. I had to sit in separate
Terrible.
seats. I remember it because it was so packed. I had to sit down the front, and Granny was up the back, and I was a bit nervous about that, sitting on my own.
Oh yeah, great film.
I don't know. It was my first film.
I still think it's one of the best films ever. I think everyone should see. Every child should see that film.
The other one I was thinking about was one of my early ones was The Black Stallion.
Oh yes, I was just about to say The Man from Snowy River.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite good too.
A Blackstone I saw with the Redaways, and they bought popcorn and Coca-Colas and snacks. And I went, what is this? This is not the movie experience. So obviously it wasn't my first movie because I thought this is unlike any movie experience I've ever had.
Yeah.
Snacks. And so I haven't learnt from that as a parent. I haven't allowed the joy of that to my children. I take our home Ziploc packs with popcorn, homemade popcorn.
We're digressing from our 10 years.
I think we're still in 10 years.
Are we?
Yeah.
But we're talking about you taking Ziploc bags.
Anyway, here we are. Boyfriends? Girlfriends?
No. Just horses.
Yep.
And a funny story. Can I tell you a funny story?
Make sure it's funny.
It is. It's pretty funny. So in grade 5, I had the best teacher ever. Hi, Mrs. Bugus. She might listen to this. She was my favourite teacher. And I had seen my mum in the bathroom, what I thought, like making her eyebrows a different shape. So I was like, oh, what's she doing there? Yeah. So I went into the bathroom after her and I found her razor on the actual counter. Well, she probably shaves her legs with that or something.
Okay.
And I shaved half my eyebrow.
But if you did that now, you'd be one of the cool cats. What do they call those?
Oh dear.
Fades?
Oh, I don't know. No, but that wasn't this wasn't a track. This was like half the eyebrow was gone. So I went to school with my hair, and for those listening to our podcast, you won't be able to see it. But can you imagine? I pulled my fringe over, or bangs, whatever word you use, over that part of my eyebrow like this. Yeah, looking pretty attractive.
Yeah, right now.
I know. Yeah. And I went to school and I'd sort of positioned it quite perfectly, so I hoped no one would notice. And Mrs. Biggers came up to me in the classroom and she said, Fiona, your hair's in your way. You won't be able to read properly. And she pulled my hair back like this and she saw my eyebrow and she was just like, and you could hear the gasp, but she was the coolest teacher ever because she never said anything. She just put the hair back really gently in place and just went to the next child.
I don't think that was that cool, actually. I think that was commentary on what she thought about you.
But she knew that I was dying of embarrassment.
Yeah.
So rather than bringing it to attention of the whole class, she covered my eyebrow back up.
There you go.
There you go. See, that's loving.
Huh?
It is.
Good teacher.
You? Girlfriends? Boyfriends?
No girlfriends, no boyfriends. I remember in grade 5 we had to spend a week sitting next to a girl because boys were there, girls were there. It's a little bit like my life now. I still don't know about sitting next to girls so much. Anyway, there was one girl that I knew liked me, Charlotte Pringle, after the name of the chip brand.
Hello, Charlotte.
Hello, Charlotte.
Just in case you ever watch
this from 40 odd years ago.
Yeah.
And sure as you know, I had to sit next to Charlotte Pringle for the week. And I went, this is not good. So I got a piece of white tape and taped it to the bench seat.
So
and all the way.
For everyone down that's not watching it on video, he's actually pretending he's taping some white tape down the
just
centre
imagine
between us.
If you're of that age, 2 desks that had the flip tops on them. And anyway, there's a bit of white tape that came all the way through between desk to desk. I said, your side, my side. And she, for the whole week, would be sneaking over, having a look at my work. I was going, your side, white tape, stay over there.
But that's because she liked you.
I know, and it just made me feel uncomfortable.
So if I lean on your side now, we're going to get...
That's okay because I like you. And I've become a little more relaxed about
that's all right.
sitting next to girls.
You're an idiot.
Anyway, the whole week I was just saying, stay on your side. And at the end of the week, we were awarded 50 house points each for being the best couple or got on the best all week. And I couldn't believe that because I was just telling her to move all week. I found that amazing.
I think it's very mean. Poor Charlotte.
No girlfriends. Charlotte Pringle.
Poor Charlotte.
All right, that's the first 10 years.
I hope you weren't damaged by that, Charlotte.
Oh, she'll be all right. Maybe.
I don't know.
Sorry, Charlotte, if you're damaged from that.
Oh, dear. Right. So that's the walk down memory lane.
Yeah,
first 10 years.
Yeah.
Done very quickly.
Oh, well.
We hope quick enough. We hope you're all still listening.
Yeah, who knows?
Hi,
Mum. I know Mum's listening.
Hi.
All right, Fee's thought bubble. Let's have it.
Okay, so my thought bubble for this week is I don't understand why the 80s have become trendy again. And I'm specifically talking about mullets. Oh my gosh, mullets. Like they are ugly. The only person that's ever looked good with a mullet is Warwick Capper, who played for, I think, Sydney Swans, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. And the thing was the hair was good, but the AFL shorts they used to wear were tight and they accentuated their buttock area. And so they looked really fit, and he looked good with the mullet. Everyone else that is now doing mullets, you don't look good. There's nothing good about it. You don't look attractive. I can see all these football players at the moment going around with mullets on, and they all look ridiculous. And that is my thought bubble for the week.
Right.
I don't know whether you agree or not. I'll probably get lots of abusive, well, if anyone goes on our Facebook page, but probably get a lot of abusive people. Or send me your photos of your mullet, if you've got mullets, and then I'll judge which one I think actually looks all right. And I guarantee there'll be nothing.
I think that's a very interesting introduction to your first thought bubble, what's going on in your mind. That's extraordinary. Yeah. But I tend to disagree with you. I think mullets are amazing.
No, you don't.
No, I do.
No, you're lying. This wasn't in the discussion topic we had down at the pub on Friday night.
On the planning session?
Yeah.
No, I told you. I think mullets are amazing. I tell you why mullets are amazing. If I see someone with a mullet, it automatically makes me feel a whole lot better about myself. So I think mullets are good for my self-esteem. And if you don't have a mullet, you should use it as an opportunity to feel good about yourself when you see someone with a mullet and go, well, I'm going better than you.
The hate mail we're going to get.
And all that's happening with someone with a mullet is you're pretty much heading down the trails to a neck tattoo, aren't you?
Oh. That could bring up another topic later.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Anyway. All right.
Anyway, so there you go. That's my thought bubble.
All right.
So I say this with a sigh. I'm trying to be good about it because life lessons from Hunty are not necessarily...
Oh, we're going straight to Hunty's life lesson?
Yeah, well, that was next.
All right.
So the life lesson for this week is what?
All right. When I'm at the dinner table, I find it very hard not to impart a life lesson every night. And
we should mention that pretty much 90% of our meals are held at the dinner table, and this is like not lecturing, no lecturing going on here.
Don't lecture.
But we really love the fact that we get that opportunity to sit with our children, because even if they don't talk to us, they have to listen to us, and it's amazing how they do actually give us feedback, which is really good too, actually.
The most important part of that for me is I can eat more food when I'm sitting and faster. If I'm in front of the telly with
makes
my
your
food,
face go numb.
Yeah, it makes my I can't get
joke.
I can't get my food in as well. Old joke.
Old joke.
I'm getting better at that. I used to eat until my face went numb on one side. That's how much I used to like to eat.
Karen.
Yeah.
That's for you.
My thought. What is it? What am I doing? My
life lesson.
My life lesson for the week. All right.
Yes.
Here's a tip. When your children ask you what's in the meal, when they like a meal and they ask you what's different or what they like about that meal, tell them the secret ingredient is love. That's it. And that will twist their minds. That's good podcasting, isn't it? That dead space. So that's my life lesson. The secret to good cooking is...
I went silent for a reason.
The secret of good cooking is sprinkling a little bit of love, especially in the burgers.
Well, I must say that his burgers are very, very good.
Because they've got love in them.
And we had a friend of ours who, their son came over for dinner, and then Kim texted me a couple of weeks later and said, I've just made burgers, because Cooper said he absolutely loved Drew's burgers. And she said, and I've made them. And she texted it to me and she said, and he said, sorry, Mum, they're not as good as Drew's because you don't have enough love in them.
That's a win right there. That's a win right there. That's so good.
I thought that was hilarious. So there you go. Maybe it is that you've got to sprinkle the love in the burgers and then you win the hearts of all your children's friends.
Absolutely.
That's the best thing to do.
All right, that's my life lesson.
That's your life lesson. That's not too boring either, because sometimes when Dad goes, as in you go, life lesson, the boys and I both go, oh.
I was actually going to bring a life lesson from this week. Oliver said he was enjoying physics, and I managed to suck the life out of that joy within a minute and a half, talking to him about kinetic energy and potential energy and vectors. Have you got to vectors yet? Yep. He was off physics within a minute and a half. I did really well to suck the life out of that joy, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It only took about 30 seconds as well.
I'm getting better to make sure my life lessons actually have some value to them.
Aww.
All right, hot topic of the week. So this is where we are going to talk about something and you're going to give us your feedback. Let us know what your thoughts are, and we're going to direct you to our Facebook page, newly formed, The Fee and Drew Show, and we'll pop this week's question up there on there. And this week's question is, what TV shows are you finding that are working for his and hers and for the children.
Or for family to
As
watch.
a family.
Yeah.
Because we struggle.
We do. Like we've got the net, what do you call it? Netty.
We've got
We've
netties.
got the netties.
You've got netties.
And, you know, the stands and the da-da-da and all that sort of stuff. But we struggle because our youngest one, he likes everything that's got dragons in it. Which is fine, you know, but you're not so into watching dragon movies all the time.
I'm done with dragon movies. I'm a bit
Although
hooked
we
on
did
it.
show them, for those of you that Game of Thrones fans like we were, awesome.
Yeah.
We did actually show Lachlan the dragons from that, and he thought that was awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I can dig on some dragons in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
but,
they were pretty good. But anyway, I digress. Well, not really.
Yep.
Well, not really, because they're talking about films.
I like things like the social network, about how Facebook and Insta are affecting our lives.
See, that probably falls under almost life lessons.
And that doesn't work for anyone. I like some shows where there's a lot of violence. Oh, not violence.
Oh, yes, Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. That doesn't really work for the children.
No.
Nope.
Nope, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
And my husband here, he has a little bit of a habit of finding shows, and I call them kill yourself shows, where it seems to be all about people that are really depressed. And not that that's a thing that we laugh about, depression's real, but in a film all the time, like every single television show that he tends to pick out seems to have that. And I find that very, very hard to watch all the time because I'm a glass half full person, and I find it quite hard to watch those sort of shows.
I do like a dramatic character piece.
Yeah, I think you can have dramatic character pieces,
like your Ray Donovan. I like him.
But that I didn't mind that. But then it gets a bit samey after a while. That's the whole thing, isn't it? We're probably getting boring.
Yeah, we are maybe.
Quick,
so
go.
some of the ones that we have enjoyed together, Bridgerton. I've got to admit that too. That I'm admitting I bought
That's great. Who didn't like that?
That's pretty fun.
No, that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was so good. And I think they're going to bring out another one.
Yeah.
Which is wicked.
I think it's good, but there could be husbands out there going, "You serious, mate?"
Well, they just haven't watched it.
They might have been watching and going, this guy's all right. But when they heard that, Bridgerton, they're going, well, maybe he's not.
No, I don't reckon. I reckon it's just they haven't watched it.
I tell you what else has
Pretty
been
good.
working well with the children is Lego Masters.
Oh, Lego Masters.
Lego
Come
Masters.
on, everyone's got to love Lego Masters.
Yeah.
Hamish is hilarious.
Yeah, that's good.
He's very good. I like it when he steals all the minifigures.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very funny. He thinks no one's watching.
And we did like Holy Moly.
And we loved Holy Moly as a family. That was hilarious.
Bit gassy around your anus tonight.
Every joke, every time the boys would bring that up at the dinner table. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Anyway.
So there you go.
So what are your shows that you're watching that
And
work
what
for
do
the
I
whole family?
like? No, what do I like?
What do you like?
Okay, this is letting everyone know straight out there. I'm a bit of a Trekkie fan. I'm a bit of a Star Wars Trekkie, that sort of stuff. And that's why I don't get him on my side. Although he does try every so often to put a space one to me or something, don't you?
I try and give you some
so often.
sci-fi. And,
some sci-fi
don't get it
stuff.
right because I don't have the nuance around sci-fi that well.
So you can see why we're in trouble, and that's why we're asking for your help. So we'd love you to go on our Facebook page, The Drew and Fee Show, and we'll put this question up as Drew said, and then you can list some ideas for us, and
We'll discuss them on next week's show.
and then we'll tell you what we really think when we find out.
All right, Partners Request Corner. I don't know what's coming here.
So I decided that we should do this because I think that every week we can make a slight, like not necessarily a massive request of each other, but it could be something little. But I'm going massive on the first one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because I think that that you should come to me with some ideas about what you're going to get me for my 50th birthday.
Easy. I can do that.
Yeah?
Problem solved.
Okay.
Good as gold.
So next week you
Yeah.
have to present some ideas.
How many?
Of what? I reckon 5. Because I'm
But-
turning 50, 5.
Far out. Okay.
Yeah. 5 ideas. And they can be anything, but then you'll get me my opinion on them. So then you know whether you're running close or not to whether it's any good. What do you think? I think that's a good idea.
Dream presents or budget presents or realistic
No,
presents at this
just
stage?
presents. No, just go for it. Let's just have fun.
No. Oh, okay.
Like, let's make it a bit of fun.
If
Yeah?
I had limitless resources
Yeah.
and access
Yeah.
to people,
Yeah.
places.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's have fun with that.
Okay. I can do that.
Yeah? Because I don't really want to know what you're actually getting me because I'm sure it's going to be
amazing.
I'm sure it's going to be awesome.
Amazing
and all that sort of stuff. So I really don't want to know.
It's going to be from
so
my
that's
heart.
why I'm saying just
From my soul.
If it's that, I'm in trouble. He's probably going to give me burger with a sprinkling of love on it.
Right. My partner's request for you was a little more grounded in. Anyway, I'll tell you what it is, and you please don't fall asleep here. I found a property that I'd like to buy. It's in Mount Croy Mountain. It's valued at $15.5 million. So we're not going to be buying it tomorrow, but soon enough. The problem with this property is it doesn't have enough space for your ponies. And it's a little hilly, and I don't want to have to ride or run at a 16% incline whenever I leave the house. So I believe that we'll buy a property just down the road, a couple of minutes, 48 flat cleared acres.
Yep.
I would like for you to work out what the linear meterage is around the perimeter of the property. And
on the 48
acre property.
Acres, yep.
So like how far could I build a running track?
Who's selling it?
I don't know. It's on the internet.
I'm going to go and ring them and ask them for that information. I've already thought of it. I'm going to get it. Look at that.
So I need to know
Smart.
how far I could build my track. Is it a 700 metre track? Is it a 2K track? I don't know. It's 48 acres. And how much it would cost me to just put a light tarmac on it.
I think most people have gone asleep already.
You got what your task is?
Yep.
All right.
Lineage?
Linearage around the perimeter of the property to build a running track for me.
There we go.
Okay.
So I'll just say I want a running track around the edge.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's keep it simple.
All right.
Yeah. I've given you a simple task. You keep it simple for me.
Good enough.
I think that's perfect.
Do you know what I think we're up to? I think we're up to our G2 round out.
Woo-woo!
What's the G2 round out? It's just something we're grateful for this week. What do you got?
I am really grateful for the fact that I have found the place where we could maybe next year get a chocolate lab from again to replace our beloved Harry. So, yes. So I'm excited about that. They don't have any puppies available this year, thank goodness, because we're not ready this year. But next year we might be able to go on a waiting list and watch this space. You might be involved in us getting a puppy.
That's pretty exciting.
That's really exciting.
I'm grateful for finding a triathlon race that I can get to. I want to make an Australian team next year for the Townsville World Championships. And there's 2 races that I could get into, but I was wondering, I'm not sure that I'm going to get enough points to qualify for that. I found one down in Maitland that I can get down to in a weekend and back. I'm just grateful. It just takes a little bit of the stress out of it. It means I only have to come top 7, top 8 in those 3 races instead of trying to get into the podium for all 3 of those. So I'm just grateful.
But you know what? Reversing, if we went all the way back to the start again, we forgot to mention what we do now. So usually, like when we're introducing ourselves and we said that, you should probably say that you're a triathlete.
I'm a triathlete. I love triathlon.
Because that would then make sense to people that would go, what?
Yeah.
Like this, because you absolutely love triathlon, don't you? He's great at it. He's done very well. Been doing it for 8 years now. Is it 8 years?
Almost 10. Yeah.
9 years?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you didn't do it when we first quite came up here. So I've been up here nearly 10 years.
Did we say that? We're living on the Sunshine Coast.
Oh, yeah, see?
Yeah, beautiful
Heaps
Queensland.
that we forgot to say.
That's where we live. Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so he's triathlon. So that's,
Yeah, there's a
so
big
that's
part
why.
of it. Yeah, so I'm grateful I found
massive
that race.
part.
Very good.
So there you go.
That's it.
Is that the roundup?
That's
Round off.
That's the G2 round out.
The G2 round out.
All right, now we do the sign off. Let's see if I can get this right. This is where we ask you to do all the things. So we're on the YouTube channel. So subscribe, give us a thumbs up, plenty of comments, what you like, what you didn't like, what you'd like to see. If you're listening to us,
I don't want any negative comments actually. So I don't want to know if you didn't like anything. Can you just keep it all real and lovely?
I want the truth, nothing but the truth.
Nope.
If you're listening to us on the podcast, same thing. Just give us 5 stars. If you don't think we're worth 5 stars, tell us how we can get better. No ums. What else am I asking? Go to the Facebook page, The Fee and Drew Show. We'll post the hot topic of the week there. That's about it.
We hope you enjoyed it.
Yep.
This is our first one, so it's all a bit weird for us, really,
first go.
isn't it?
Do you know, how do you feel about the first episode?
I think we've done quite well.
I feel like my energy was up.
Yeah, I feel like I've got tight shoulders because you were sitting up so much. But we'll see that when we do the playback. We'll have a look and then we'll pick on each other like anything. I
I
think
feel like I was presenting too much. We'll get more relaxed.
we'll get more relaxed.
I think you were better than me.
You didn't yell today.
That's good.
Because sometimes he yells. So
good.
we've done well. So there you go. I think that's it. That's all we need to say.
Right.
So let's sign off.
Oh, sign off.
Yeah.
One life.
Two big dreamers.
Go get a dog.
Go get a dog. See ya.
What do you reckon? 30 minutes.
Nailed it.